Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Yield Today with Dallin Canlin, episode number 46, where we'll be talking about 5 lessons that I've learned from writing my first book. Pretty exciting stuff. Hopefully, this is helpful for you with writing your own awesome masterpiece bestseller thing in the future. Number 1, do not edit as you write. I swear, my book, I could have finished it a lot faster if I didn't edit it so much. Because I'd take little parts out and I'm like, no, this is better for this chapter and this is better for this chapter. But from reading published by Chandler Bold, which is a super good read, he just talked about, dude, just get your first draft done, get that out of the way, and then work on doing all these different things. Your first draft is not going to be good. You just get it on paper. You get something. And this is one of the biggest things I've learned about life, honestly, is when you have something to work with, you have something you can work on. You know, when you have a business, then you can work on your business. If you never start your business, you have no business to work on. You know what I mean? If you have no morning routine, then how can you improve it? So it's important that you get something on paper. You got to get the skeleton made first. And this is so true with in college writing different essays and stuff. I found that just taking 15 minutes to just write a super fast version is so helpful for writing the full fleshed out thing. So pretty good stuff. So don't edit as you write. Number 2, you can write very, very fast. I didn't realize this because I've always thought of myself as kind of a semi-fast typer, but I got way faster over time. My mom actually used to do some of the typing for me for different assignments, but I've gotten way faster over the years. And I got to a point where I could do 3,000 words in 30 minutes on when I was in the zone, right? That's super amazing. You think about how, my first book is 18,000 words, 50 pages. And, just thinking about that over time, that's not really that long, and I was writing about myself, so something I was able to do. And so you can write, if you write 500 words a day, you can write a 15,000 page book in a month. And that's what I hope to do later this year, actually. That's what I really want to do, because it'd be super duper cool to do that. But yeah, you can just write way faster. So if you think you're really slow, you just keep it up, you just keep trying. And one really cool thought that's helped me with this is how writing is it goes along with your thinking. So if your thinking is better, your writing will be better. And I just really like this. And lately I've just been doing a daily writing habit, even if I'm not writing in a book. Although I am still trying to finish up my book, still kind of, because there's some different things I need to improve about it before it's more mainstream. But you can still check it out. I'll talk about that a little bit later in the episode, or you can just check out the show notes right now. It's there. But yeah, you can write really fast, way faster than you think. It just takes time. You get better over time. It's just like with running. I thought I would be really slow, and I was. But then you just keep it up and you get faster. You just get at a pace with running and you just get faster. Your body gets better at it. So really good stuff. Number 3, just how a book positions you as an expert. I didn't really think about this as much until I was actually doing it. But it's true. If I say I've written a book about how to improve your, how to find your voice in your youth, which is what the book's about. It's oh, you must know something about that. And it's true, I do know a lot about that. I have a lot of experience. I've written talks, I've done a lot of different things with that general purpose in mind, and I have real life experience trying to lift up other youth with finding their voices for good in the world and everything like that, and for encouragement and all those different things. And so it does, it positions you to do that. So whatever you write a book on, it positions you in a different way. So if it's you're trying to find somebody who has the best knowledge about that subject, it's who are you going to go with? Are you going to go with the person who, on paper looks really good, or are you going to have the person who's written a book about it? Just naturally, I would go for the person that's writing the book, as long as it's a credible book, because that means they've done a lot of research and deep diving into it. Even if it's just yourself, that's it shows you're self-aware, right? So super powerful stuff. Number 4, it's okay to start with complete garbage. I remember this one day that I'll never forget while I was writing, and I was just like, I don't want to do this. And I wrote 100 words of just complete garbage. Like, that has no value whatsoever, really. And then I just wrote a little bit more, and all of a sudden I just had this like tick, or I had this like I don't know what it was, but I just had this like thought, and I just wrote straight like 900 words without stopping, and just was like, that was fantastic. So it's like, you like, if you started out in your writing session, you weren't doing that great, like, that's completely fine, because honestly, that's honestly can be better sometimes, because it gets you an idea of, you know, it just gets you going. And that's such a powerful thing, is like, you don't even have to write super good stuff, just write something, and that's a win. That is a win. Like, even the professional writers, as I've studied them, and I have done a little bit of studying of them on Twitter and whatnot, you know, they'll have those 10,000 word days, which are amazing, but then there are other days they'll get like 1,000 words or something. And what matters is their consistency. It's not really the number of words, just that they had that win. They kept that streak going. And I'm reading The Power of Habit right now too, and it just talks about, you know, just those different things of just getting those little wins is so powerful. It's something Michael Phelps did to, you know, get these different victories. And we could go on and on and on and on about that. Let's just jump over to number 5 though. Number 5 is just how it's just so deeply, extremely powerful for your mind, dude. Holy cow. Just when I was diving into my book, there was a number of times when I felt God just kind of like, yeah, Dallin, yeah, this is your story, man. Like, this has been amazing. This has been crazy. This has been all over the place, and your story's worth telling. And all these different times when you thought that things were not going to work out, like, dude, you're writing a book about it. It's like you're a witness of it, you know? It's like when you know something really well, you can witness of it. You can be like, yeah, dude, like, that's awesome. Like, when you review a product or something, you have experience with it. And for me, my book is a self-reflective journey through my life, at least my youth, from about 8th grade to around senior year of high school. So where there was a lot of change, a lot of growth that happened. If you'd like to get that book right now, you can check it out by clicking the link in the show notes, and you can also sign up for my newsletter through that. I'm going to get that set up by the end of the day. And admittedly, my book is not completely done. I had a goal to get it out by the 24th, which I did, but the drawback of that was a couple chapters were not completely done. So yeah, but it's nice that it's on the market. I mean, I've sold a couple of them so far. The really cool thing is all of the proceeds for it, all the money I make, is going to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. So I just feel so strongly that there's so many students and youth and all these different people that have this amazing voice, this amazing thing to give, and they're just letting it die, or they're not using it, or they don't know how to use it. Like, oh my goodness, like, oh, it's something I really, really struggle with. I'm extremely passionate about helping others find that. I really feel like God helped me get out of the rubble of these different struggles and give my voice some breathing room, and growing it and exposing it and trying it out and loving it over time. And, you know, now I have a podcast, you know, so like, yeah, anyway. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Again, those 5 tips were just don't edit as you write. You can write super fast. Book positions you as an expert. It's okay to start with garbage. And 5, it's deep training for your brain. Very powerful stuff. I've said that like 50 times. That's okay. I'm running on very little sleep today, but I am very excited for the future. And I'm very thankful for you checking out this episode. Thank you all so much for listening. Don't forget to leave those reviews on iTunes. Recently, I got one from Alexandre Filippo. I interviewed him. Spoiler. It was such a good interview. I'm so excited to post it, but that won't be till later in September. And yeah, I appreciate him. And thank you for everybody else for the reviews and for all the follows and just helping this movement of Yield Today keep going and growing. Really appreciate that. All of the listens, it really helps. And yeah, thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to yield today. It will be a better tomorrow.